Madama?
Yes.
Okay, let's get this party started. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so the winner of the day obviously was Vana. Dun, dun, dun. 12.23%. Obviously, this went really extra today. A really big spike up in the last 4 days. It surpassed this area, and now the next level that we have would be this area here, 50 to 55. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Open is the second ticker that wins this. It almost got to the $5 range, but just by 4 cents. But obviously, if you got it at the top, you could make some money because still technically cinco. Let's see what happens tomorrow too. There should be some pullback, but these are kind of mean, crazy stocks, and they could be pushed further to kind of squeeze people out of their positions. DraftKings, Pitone, your Riviano, and Nvidia are next in line. The losers, Chewy Choo Choo, Macy's, Avis, Caro, Taco Bell, and Americana. Obviously, the Americana wasn't even that bad either. Okay, so let's look at it. Let's look at it in more better detail. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Yes. Señores. Okay, so American Airlines had a little dip as contrary to the other stocks that we looked at today. It dipped to 1863. Obviously, it's been in a trajectory of a bullish pattern, nonstop. I think it's going to continue to go up until the level that we have identified, if not further, and possibly go down maybe in the September, October timeframe if it continues. There might be a little bit pullback here and there, a couple of days here and there, but I think it's gonna eventually hit the $20 target, and maybe perhaps even get up here 22 range, but time will tell. Manzana. So Manzana, I wouldn't say this was like a very strong green day, more of a in between slash flattish. Let's look at the minute for a second, or 3 minute. Excuse me, 1 second. The day started off strong, and then it hit the top here at 191.50 or so, dropped down, went back up, and kind of stayed flattish, and even towards the post market. If we look at the daily, it bounced a little bit back up to this level, the 190 level, but not very strong. So I think it might continue to go down, and we'll see if it gets back to this zone area. AMD, it looks like it filled this gap down. It's rejecting the 50 period. It touched it, but it's starting to go back up again. It likes to bounce around this area with the bulls heading upward. I'm not sure if it will get down to 100 anytime soon, but again, time will tell. Time will tell. Let's see, sorry. Sony, Amazona. I would have thought that these 2 days would have been stronger. It did have a little slightly gap up. It does have, these last 2 days were prime day. I would have expected like a stronger green upward, kind of like exaggerated a little bit more than this. However, it is still green. The trend is still up. I anticipate that it's going to hit the 140 mark minimum. And we shall see if it gets up here as well. So yeah, it looks like not anytime soon it's gonna stop. So uh, we shall see. According to the news, every time this has like Prime Day happens, the next couple of days it continues to go up. So we will confirm if that's true or not, if history repeats itself. ASML had a little gap up, as you can see, went back up here to the 725 range. Very, very strong stock, I would say, is very expensive. It's on hard buy. My favorite of all time, Azo. So as you can see, there's no stopping this. It goes down. This was the time to sell it, which I did. And then if you were obviously in the against it, now it's going back up to this 2600, and I don't see it stopping, and I think it's going to go back to its level of 2700. So there you go. Unless some,
It's
catastrophic thing
trending
happens.
down, Elisa.
It's starting to trend down, but I don't believe it. This thing is a beast.
Believe it. It's going down.
Every time that you think it's gonna go down, it goes up.
50 days from now, we'll talk.
Okay. Then, that's what we thought when it would get here, and then that's what happens. Okay. Boeing. Okay, so as not surprisingly, it's still in this range, and it's going to continue there. That's all I can say. It doesn't surpass this line, and it hardly surpasses this one. It's just playing mind games with you. That's it. Okay, so the Bancos did really well today. It gapped up, as you can see, Bank of America gapped up a little bit. This was really good for all the bancos today. They have earnings, so let's see how it goes with all the bancos this week. It's still at a flat range. I hope it breaks this level. And that would be good for EBC, obviously for us. It never made it to our mark of 25. And even though bad things happen, it never got down there. So this tells you how resilient this stock is. So in future, anytime you get to this range or even somewhat below it, it's a good buy. But EBC is a better buy. That's all I can say. BJs. So it's continuing upward. The trend is going down. It looks like it's starting. It looks like it's going up while the trend is going down. We shall see which of the battles win. Things do start to pick up for back to school, I would say, in the BJ stores and stuff like that in general. So, but we still have a little bit ways to go. Let's see if it goes back down. Avis, aka Caro, trending up, which is bad for us. Let's see if it continues to reject this 250 area. I hope it has another down day tomorrow, and that would be very good for us. But the trend is telling us something else. Okay, we'll skip CRM. We already talked about Vana. This is the hot ticket of the week, and just as Riviano was. Dashi, still moving upward. And it's last time we checked, it was still losing money, but it did better than expected. We shall see if it does have better earnings. Dickies, it's back to its former self over here, 140. The trend is going down. We shall see if it continues to move up. EBC1, EBC2. Okay, so as we had discussed with the Banco, let's see when its earnings is. So in 15 days, this will have earnings. I hope it does well. and I can get out of it. This is not my this is my other account. So it wasn't the strongest of days, but it was still up. So it touched this area of support slash resistance. It resisted this area. So if it gets back up here, it's going to create an area of support, and hopefully
The
it
point
will.
is it did a gap.
It did a little gap, and it got to this area, so that's good. So we'll see if it continues and it fills this gap up. You know what I mean? There's another gap here and another gap here. So I hope it surpasses both gaps. Um, Freshy, fresh, 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 fresh. It continues its trend up. It had a semi-bad day or whatever. I don't know when this is going to have earnings, but it should have it soon. March, April, May, June, July. It should have it soon. Let's see. La, 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 la. So in 26 days, Freshy Fresh Pet will drop like a rock or shoot like a star. Googly goog. So googly goog, trend is up, but it looks like it's going down a little bit. It's below the 50, but the bulls are strong. This is a very high tech stock. We'll see if it goes down, which I don't know. At this point, I don't know if it's gonna go too down. It might go down a little bit. Maybe it'll fill this gap and then go back up. But time will tell. It is weaker than I would say weaker than Amazon and weaker than Mansana, obviously. Your favorito, Home Depot. Yeah, it's doing very well in the summer. People are getting their barbecue, grills and doing some renovating work. It filled this gap. I created two more gaps. So, and obviously it likes this area here, this 320 and beyond. Let's look at it. History.
You may want to note that.
So it likes this 320 area. Rejected it here twice. So if it surpasses it, the next area might be up here. But, the guidance was not as great as they expected. But the trend looks like it's curving upward. So I think at least minimum it'll get up here to 330 if it continues on this trajectory.
You may want to note that.
No, what?
Your chart.
Oh, in Home Depot, that area? This area right here and up here?
The areas you just spoke of.
Huh?
The areas you just spoke of, yes.
1 second. Okay, so we'll put a line here. And we'll put another line here. So yeah, actually it's hit it a lot of times. 1, 2, and 3. So if it touches here again, it should come up here. Intel, of course, when I get out of it, it has a better, wonderful day. However, I'm still glad I got out of it, and that's all I can say.
I'll
Kruger.
just say in, please.
I'm glad I got out of it. It made me feel better. Macy's. It didn't have the greatest of days. Still kind of strong though. It likes this area, 16 a lot. Let's look at it in grander. So it might go up possibly to the area that we had identified here, 18. I could even see it get back to 20. but we shall see. McDonald's didn't really move that much today, only 0.30%. However, it's a fake red up, so I think it's going to hit 300, maybe possibly even by Friday. Meta, as we had predicted, and it's continuing its way. Look at how that green candle surpassed the 300, and very strong candle. I think it's going to get to the 320 area, or as you predicted, 345, 340 to 345.
Can
I
we
don't know if
look
you,
at the minute?
yes,
Continue off.
nothing to say, but just this thing is strong as hell. That's all I can say. Especially now with the thread thing, this thread thing, the possibility, the ultimate high obviously is here, 375, but I would say 345 to 350 is a good range to short. But, it may take another 2 months for it to get there. Because, it has been going up and up and up. It has two gaps, one gap here and another gap here. So in order for it to go down and fill this gap, is going to be like next year or whatever at this rate. Softly, it hit the ultimate high up here, went down, and it bounced around this area, and it's continuing to bounce in this area. It's rejecting the high or testing it. You can look at it both ways. So if they were doing a deal with Activision, and I think they're going to go through with it, which may cause this to go up again, but we shall see if it gets back to the ultimate high. And if it does, then the next level might be the 360. Netflix, 450 coming up. And people are gonna go to Europe in August, so maybe that's when they're gonna start taking their profits. However, we do want to see if it gets to this 500. I believe some analysts said that it would get to 500 or something, which is in line with your thesis. Nikkei starting to go up. The trend is curving down. I think, it does like to hit that 100 area. Barely. So we shall see if it gets to that 100, and maybe that would be a good buy. NVDA, 4.16%. This thing is a beast. There's like no stopping this since December. And even with this exaggerated gap up, it's just as worse as Meta. I think Meta and this are like, if you put them side by side, Meta has two gaps. This one has a huge gap. But obviously this is more expensive than Meta, and because of all the whole AI crappily and narrative, it's certainly going to hit 450, if not 475. And if it continues with the hype, maybe even 500 before it takes a big dump. Once people have enough money or they want to pull the rug under everybody, that's what's going to happen. At this rate, there's no stopping this. Okay, so open your eyes. We talked about this a little bit. So yeah, I think it's a good short. We had said this, so it might get a little bit even higher than this tomorrow, but tomorrow is Thursday, so it's a good one to short, I believe. So that one maybe you want to put in the notas. Piton, it has gone here before to this 950, and it's been rejected. So I hope that it does the same thing. and rejects it. It is the summertime. I think the stock has been hyped up because of the other meme stocks like Vana and the rest of them. But it is Piton. And it's extra. Okay. Riviano. Sorry, I hit the cues. So Ribby, starting to create a little area here, bouncing around here. It wasn't obviously as strong as these. I think it's trying to hold on its lifeline and maybe trick a few more people thinking that it could get up to 30. And if it does, I think that's definitely the rejection area. We shall see. It was semi-strong. Let's look at the 3-minute. So it went down and then it went back right up. So it tricked people thinking it was going to do a little short, which would have been a good short at the beginning, got out, and then you could have bought it back again, and that would have been nice. Your favorite, Samantha. I don't owe this anymore, but it's going down. That's all I can tell you.
Let's just move on, Elisa. I want to finish this.
I'm almost done. Target. Still in this area. Hasn't really done anything else. Hasn't gone down.
This could be
to
skipped too. This is caca.
I want to see if it gets to 120. Taki Murasaki. Moves more than $3 a day. It was a red candle, but it looks like it's a strong one to me, moving upward. Dun, 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 dun. Starting to go back up to that 240 that it likes. Your stress lot. Almost filled the gap. The area is here at 300. So let's identify this at 300. It's a little area here. It has hidden it before a couple of times here, here, here. So if it hits it, it could even potentially get up here. But let's see how strong it is. The trend is going extra high. I mean, it's going upward. Just like the other NASDAQ stocks. Okay. Wifey. Yeah, this thing is like extra strong and I have a really bad price and I don't know what to tell you, but it's very heartbreaking right now. And XOM is 106.41. It had gone down here, picked back up, got down here. It looks like the prices are continue to go down slightly. That's what I got. Let me look at the other stocks. The winner of the DIA in exaggerated mode is Carne and Upstart and Coin. and Dell were the losers. Pop, 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 pop. The end.
Gracias a Dios. Woo. Yeah, I have some other stuff to do tonight, so that's why I wanted to finish that one.
I don't have anything except open on the notes and EBC as well.
Well, I'm the one who wrote the notes, man, isn't it? I have, let's see.
EBC all day, every day by dips. Vana watch wick from today could hit 45. Oh, let's look at Vana one more time. Favorito. La 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 la. Ooh, yeah, this is the an exaggerated wick 45. Yeah, a very, very, very extra. Very, very extra.
To get as low as that bottom wick and as high as the top wick tomorrow, so it's just something.
What? What are you saying?
Could get as low as that bottom wick and could go up as high as that top wick. So it's just something to watch.
So, okay, so we're saying it could get back up here.
It could get as low as the bottom wick and as high as the top wick tomorrow.
35.73
Something like that.
and 44.64.
Yeah, 30, 36 to 45. So it's just a good opportunity if people are interested in dealing with this squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we could get up close to 70, but I'll take it.
Here's the bottom and here's the top.
Absolutamente. So let's see on Friday what things my expires at, my options.
Yep, it's certainly trending upward like cray cray.
We'll take what we can get.
It likes this area a lot. This 39 area a lot today.
See?
Okay.
So that's it. Thank you. And yeah, everybody's very tranquilo.
Yes, because I was in a meeting and there was they were making a lot of noise and it was making a lot of background noise. So I had to tell them to be quiet.
Man, now they have to be quiet before. They never had to be quiet.
Well,
I know.
People do have to listen.
Yeah. Now they have to listen. Okay. Hola, senora. Study well, Mr. Nolan.
And you have
I have a what?
somebody else in the background.
Okay. I can't really see them too good, but I think it's going to be Fabian.
Yes.
They're in different areas.
Yeah, it's the same area, but
Uh-huh.
very close by.
Uh-huh. Well,
And somebody else is incognito.
okay, the incognito's good. So did you watch the video I sent you?
Not minute by minute.
If you could watch it minute by minute, before you go to bed.
I watched it and I let's just say I fast forward a lot of it.
If you could
I'm
watch
just being honest because some of the stuff
minutes.
annoyed me. So I was just like, dang, like be quiet.
What was annoying?
Because I got annoyed. And so I would fast forward it.
At the beginning, the end? What?
Throughout.
That. Okay.
But I did watch it like when they were, especially in the inside. Let's just put it that way. When they
Me,
were in the inside, that's when I did it second by second.
okay. So we will be discussing this tomorrow. Uh,
I'm more a tiempo because I have to finish it, either fast forwarding it or going back.
we will be discussing this in detail during my little break, and
Um, if I'm ready to discuss it, I will let you know.
we will discuss. So,
No, if I'm not ready, I'm not discussing it.
well,
Because I
I'm
never
discuss,
fully finished. I
and
like to
I
see
will
in
be
certain
filling.
areas, but there's some other stuff that I'm like, I have to look at it again. I just don't like listening to them sometimes, so I fast forward it.
Well, hey, it's in some of their caca discussions, you do get pertinent information in the caca
I do
discussion.
not disagree.
So
I'm
that's
not
why you have to
So I'm
listen.
trying to, that's why I'm trying to fast forward it because sometimes I just get annoyed
So
with
you
how
have
they
to try
are.
not to get annoyed because the caca discussion, even though it may be 75% caca, there's real tidbits of good information in there.
I will watch it again. Um,
Gracias.
but until I am ready, I won't have a discussion.
Yes. All right. So I
But
feel
I do like the color scheme. I was, I don't know, in my mind, I thought it was a little bit bigger because you had shown me some other tiny houses and I kind of like those better. So I was kind of being
yeah,
biased and prejudiced
those
and
are
kind of,
the expensive
yeah.
ones.
So in my mind, I know stupid, but in my mind, I was thinking like, oh, I was trying to get like more impressed because you showed me like, you showed me a Range Rover before and a Mercedes
Yeah,
Benz, and now you're showing me like like I don't know, like
this is just a start.
Oldsmobile. You showed me an Oldsmobile, so I'm kind of like, what the heck is this? Why would I want an Oldsmobile when
But
I want Mercedes Benz? But
it's not about you wanting
I'm
the
trying not to
Oldsmobile.
be prejudiced. So I
This is
have to watch it again. Huh?
not about you wanting the Oldsmobile, but about a regular person who needs something basic.
I don't disagree. I'm not disagreeing with that. I think it's wonderful. I think the price is beautiful. I'm just saying that in my prejudiced mind,
Mhm.
because you had shown me the Range Rover and Mercedes Benz, I was like thinking I would see this in a way, but I was seeing Oldsmobile.
Well,
So kind
you
of
would
like,
have to like multiply that price by like 4 or 5 times to get.
yes, I know. I know. I'm just saying that I was expecting like more grandeur, elegance. And I was like, because you had shown me these beautiful little tiny homes. And I'm like, oh, these things are nice.
This
And
is
then I'm like,
good for
oh, this
a
thing is so
basic.
basic.
This
Yes,
is
this
good
is
for a
very
basic.
classical.
They can
It's
paint.
not bad. It's not a bad price. It's actually a beautiful, excellent precio.
Yes. I
When
I'm
I was
time
thinking,
out. We're gonna go take a promenade for the burritos.
did you have a discussion about A and B with somebody else?
We'll talk about that mañana.
Okay, yes, but we won't have a discussion about the casa yet.
I told you mañana.
Yeah, you may say that, but ultimately, if I don't want to have the discussion, it's not gonna happen.
Hasta
I have to
luego.
watch the video.
Hasta luego.
We'll be all right. I'll talk to you mañana.
Peace out.
Same,
Peace.
same time, same station. Talk to you later.
Something like that.